Hi everyone, my name's Olivia. I just thought I'd have a chat today about creating brand advocates. So a lot of marketing teams out there are always directed in terms of how important new leads are. So looking at a sales funnel and really filtering people down from moving from awareness right down the points into becoming a customer, and they probably spend 80 to 90% of their time really driving new leads. And I guess what I'd like to challenge is the fact of how much time are you actually spending on current customers. So how much time, we talk about the sales funnel, but let's flip that on its side and I guess class it up and look at a bow tie. So once the customer becomes once the individual becomes a customer and they start using our products or services, what happens when they're actually going through that process of using our product and experiencing our services? And how do you explode them into an advocate? And so I guess what happens when you have an advocate is they become screaming endorsers of your brand or your product or your service. And why is that so beneficial? The main reasons are because it can dramatically reduce some costs and efficiencies. So if you're looking at increased efficiencies or dramatically reduce some costs, so when I'm talking about costs, it's the cost that you're investing in cost per lead, in really attaining each and every customer. How many times are you advertising to them? If you have advocates out there that are, and you're starting to get referrals, someone that comes to you as a referral there's already an element of trust. And the same goes for the sales process. So if a referral comes through and you start that sales process, the whole process, I guess, is accelerated because you've already got that trust there that you've been referred to by one of their trusted colleagues or friends. So the sales process itself is dramatically shorter. So there's all those benefits to creating advocates. And how do we do that? A great way of doing that is through the customer journey mapping process, and that's just mapping out at each point of once an individual becomes a customer, what are the steps where they're experiencing your product or service. The most important thing in a customer journey map is to exude as much empathy as you can have and really try and place yourself in the customer or the individual's shoes. Think about what they're thinking, they're feeling, what's going through their head, what are some preconceived notions. Just try and, at the end of the day, we all buy with emotions. A lot of things that we do is focusing on tactical elements, but really sometimes we buy with our hearts. So if we're in a phase and we're feeling fearful, how do you ease that for your customer, client, your patient, whatever that individual may be, by looking at and defining, by firstly empathizing with that person and then defining what steps you provide, is a great way of finding out some opportunities where you can improve. There's also really good opportunities to identify your strengths in your processes and exploiting them even further. So it's also a really great way of just creating new ideas, which we all call innovation, but really if we're looking at new ideas, then it's a great place to start. So I hope that's helped someone out there. That's my rant for today. Thanks for listening, and I'll speak to you again soon.